Good afternoon, everyone. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Please inform others to join also. There was some problem, so meeting was interrupted. We'll wait for 1-2 minutes more. Please ask your friends to join back.
So your background voice is coming.
Nothing can be done right now. There is air only. Is it okay now? Or still same?
Same, sir, same.
There is nothing I can do because it's maybe fan airflow. Okay, has everyone joined?
1, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's it.
See, if there is anyone who has joined earlier but due to interruption disjoined, then inform them to join back. We'll wait for 1 minute and then we'll start.
Sir, we can't message them because we are not admin.
Ah, sorry.
हम मैसेज नहीं कर सकते सर क्योंकि हम एडमिन है ना ग्रुप में.
अरे पर्सनल पे मैसेज कर दो ना भाई. फ्रेंड्स तो होंगे ना, फ्रेंड्स का ग्रुप होगा ना कोई अनऑफिशियल. Okay, we will start now. Okay, we will have some a small recap kind of session before proceeding further. What we have seen till now. That we started with engineering curves, fine, wherein we defined various types of curves such as conics, spirals, cycloidal curves, involutes, etc. And we seen their sub-classification as well. And we started with conics. Before proceeding further, uh, we seen what is the representative factor, fine, and we also seen different scales, etc. And then we shifted to conic curves. In that, how it is defined, how parabola, hyperbola, and ellipse are defined, that we have seen. That basically depends on the cutting plane, how cutting plane cuts the right circular cone, and accordingly we receive different kind of these curves, engineering curves. We see into uh, special cases such as triangle and circle. Then we see basic terminology related to right circular cone. We see in one video also. We define this conic curve technically, and we simultaneously define fixed point called focus and fixed line called directrix, and we relate them with the term eccentricity. That is nothing but distance of the point from the focus to the distance of the point from the directrix. Okay. Then we see what is the value of eccentricity, and we get which kind of curves, such as eccentricity less than 1 will fetch us the ellipse. If it is equal to 1, it is parabola, and if it is equal to greater than 1, then we have hyperbola. Ellipse was more or less covered in previous session. Then we started to parabola. We seen what is parabola. We revisited it again. We seen application of parabola. Then we focused on rectangle method. See, I'll be shifting this fast only, so you just see as it a time lapse kind of video. So whenever required in future also, again we will revisit the same. So we'll keep revisiting, and it will make us fresh, make everything fresh. It won't lie as it is. Okay, so I won't be explaining each and every term because we have taken good amount of time when we discussed everything. Okay, so what is the rectangle method? We divide what whole rectangle, which is the size of major axis to minor axis, and we divide it into half. Then vertical line and horizontal line are divided into equal number of parts. Then it is named and joined in such a manner. Same thing is carried forward on the right hand side. Then we draw vertical lines from the bottom sections, and we collectively get the collection of points like this, which ultimately fetches parabola like this. Then we have discussed what is the importance of equal number of parts, what are the parts, higher the parts, better the accuracy, etc., etc. Then we see another method called method of tangents. Fine, like this we join different points, and ultimately we got parabola from that. Then we see dielectric focus method, how dielectric focus method is used to draw parabola. Like we distributed them, then we took distance. We use the concept of eccentricity here to generate this curve like this, and that's why it is called eccentricity method also. Then we shifted to hyperbola. We drawn hyperbola from a known point on xy axis like this. We seen the famous principle PV diagram, that is nothing but Boyle's law. We all have seen it in our elementary education. Volume pressure to volume variation. It is again hyperbola. Then dielectric focus method for hyperbola. The vertex is defined. Then in similar manner as we did for parabola or ellipse, we can proceed for this. Method remains same to same. There is no change at all. Just the change in eccentricity, value of eccentricity will change the graph. That's it. Or say it is the curve which gets changed by changing the eccentricity. Then we see how to draw tangent and normal to ellipse. This is the first method using focus, tangent and normal. And we also use directrix method. The directrix method remains same for all three curves. You join that given point to the focus, draw perpendicular line to this generated line, which will cut at some point in directrix. You join given point and directrix uh, intercept, that will give you tangent, and then normal line to this tangent will be your normal. This same method for parabola, Same to same, and same for hyperbola. Am I audible?
Yes.
Is my screen visible?
Yes.
Okay. This is how we drawn normal and tangent to hyperbola. Okay. Then we shifted to involutes. We drew involute for a circle for three cases, that is string length equal to the perimeter of the given base shape, string length higher than base shape, string length shorter than base shape parameter. We draw the thing in our sketchbook also, simple method, divide it in equal part, then open the base shape and transfer these all points division on that open shape. Now draw tangent from every point on the periphery. On that tangent, take the length starting from 0 to up to the end of the thread length, that is demonstrated by P. Fine. So whenever a string length will be longer, then P will be beyond this number 8, or say beyond than pi d length. If the string length is shorter, this P will be within this pi d. It won't match at A in that cases. And accordingly, we drew involute like this. Fine. Now this is string length more than pi d. Same method, but what happens? String length is more than perimeter. So there will be some, if we compare all these three curves, they are parallel to each other. If you have carefully examined the thing, it is this string length more than pi d will be away from the base curve by some amount, by which it is larger than pi d. And if it is less than perimeter, then it will be within inside that. Fine, that you have practically understood also. Same way. Same happens if the string length is less than pi d. Collection of points, and ultimately it is joined. Then we see involute of composite shape also. And then we practically drawn composite shape only in our sketchbook, which is to be transferred in your sheets later on. So the methodology remains same. There is no change as such. Even if you are given some arbitrary shape, now you are able to draw the same without any problem. You can draw your involute. Methodology is same. There is no change at all. Like this. And then we seen special case of a rod rolling over a semicircular pole. How its locus will be like this. First, it will tilt slightly. B will move towards right. A will move towards left. Then it will attain horizontal position. Then invert tilted position, whereas B is the bottom section. A went near point number 3 and complete inverted position. These are the locus of point A and B. These are nothing but ends of this bar. So now we will see cycloid. Okay. Before proceeding to cycloid, just hold a second. I am just coming within a minute. Hold a second. Am I audible?
Yes.
Thank you. So now cycloid. What is uh, cycloid? What is cycloid? That if a point, first of all, cycloid is a locus of a point on the periphery of a circle which rolls on a straight line path. Now the best example of this is a tire of our vehicle. Fine. Now if you assume and you mark some with some paint or some sticker, some point on the extreme periphery of your vehicle, and you drive your vehicle for a few meters, then what is the path traced by that marked point or say sticker is the cycloidal curve. Fine, that is a simple example of cycloid, how it is varying. So what happened actually in cycloid, it rotates or say it have two motions. Say it moves linearly as well as it rotates around some center, and these two movements takes place simultaneously. That is called cycloid. Now there are some variation in cycloid. What are those variations? That we will see. If the point in the definition or say what you have marked in that example is outside the circle, then it is called superior trochoid. What's the example? If some polythene is stuck to your vehicle, just imagine the arbitrary condition. If some polythene is stuck to your vehicle, and now your vehicle is in the movement, then what will happen? Then extreme end of that polythene will be beyond the periphery of that vehicle wheel. So it will be following superior trochoid. Whereas inferior trochoid is what? If it is inside the circle, means what is inside the circle? The point in under consideration is inside the periphery of a given circle. Then it will be inferior trochoid. Now, what is the best example of that? The best example of that is the air filling valve of our tire. That is the best example. That is the best example of inferior trochoid. Then what is epicycloid? If the circle is rolling on another circle from outside, now its circle is rolling on another circle from outside, then it is epicycloid. If the circle is rolling from inside of the other circle, then it is hypocycloid. These things we'll see in detail when we practically perform. Right now, it's the definition purpose, that much is fine. Now we will see cycloid. Now this is the definition. Draw locus of a point on the periphery of a circle which rolls on a straight line path. Its circle diameter is this much. Now here we are discussing cycloid. That's why you know that this is the cycloid what we are discussing. But in exam there won't be any indication that you draw cycloid. There can't be any sentence like this. But still, you know the definition of cycloid. What is the definition of cycloid? That a point on a circular periphery travels along a straight path with that circle. That will be the cycloid. The best example you have to remember in your mind is vehicle of your tire. Sorry, reverse, tire of your vehicle. Fine. So that will follow the cycloidal curve. Here it is told that to draw the locus of a point on periphery of a circle which rolls on the straight line path. Now circle diameter is given. So these are the steps. Now we will discuss first of all. Then we will practically perform the same thing as well. Fine. First of all, given circle. Then this is the straight line path on which the circle is being traveled. This circle is traveling. The circle travels in this clockwise direction. So it is moving from the left to the right on your screen. We will divide them. Why we divide the circle? Because we want collection of points. As such, if we see that is, if it is like this, we can say that there is no point. Which point I should transfer somewhere? Though actually in actual condition there is having n number of points, not 0, not 1, 2. It is n number of points it is having. But which points you should collect or you should use in your generation of curve? That's why what we do, by dividing these, we pick up 8 points. That these 8 points we will be using to generate the required curve. We'll give them name now. Here, what is the thing is, you should ideally stick to the giving name them in direction of motion. So from left to right. Fine. Now, this point P is the point in consideration. This is the point in consideration. This is the point about which we were talking while defining the cycloid. Okay, this point can be on edge as it is in this example. This point can be inside the circle also if it is inferior trochoid, and this point can be beyond the circle also if it is superior trochoid. That we will see later on. Now what is the next step? Next step is to draw a horizontal line from the center of the circle. This is nothing but the same way what we did in involute of a curve. What we were doing, we were opening the shape. This is also the opening of shape only. But what is the difference between involute and cycloid is that in involute we were doing it in from bottom of the point, whereas here we are doing from the center of the curve circle. That is the only difference. Otherwise the length is also pi d. So it is ultimately the shape is open only. Then we will transfer these sections which we have carved out of the circle. This P2, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 3. How many sections are there? 1, 2, 3, 8 sections. So we have transferred these 8 sections on the straight line. Now what we will do? Now you pay attention here. Now we will give them name. Now we will draw horizontal lines from all these points. So from 1, first of all, we will do from 1, then 2. Now in doing in 2, what happens? It is already that center line is there. So it will be coincide. So we won't be able to see actually, but it is there. Then we will extend line from 3. Okay, like this. Then 4. Now from 5, we have already from our line, horizontal line from 3. So it is coinciding. So we are not able to see. Otherwise it is there. There is not a big issue. Same happens for 6 and 7. Now what we will do? Now you pay attention. We need to draw arches. Of what length then? We will take center of the circle to the distance of point. In this case, CP. We'll take CP radius. I will show you. This much is radius that we will take. We'll put our compass on these centers. These are marked as centers that we will see here. Okay. Now, in first point, we will put our compass on point C1. Radius is fixed, CP is radius fixed. Now, we will put one point of compass on C1 and we will mark, we will cut one arc on line coming out from point 1, horizontal line coming out from point 1. So, from C1 to line 1. From C1, we will cut an arc on line 1. Same way, from C2 on second line, but it is coinciding with this horizontal, so we are not able to see. That we will realize when we will draw problem. From C3, radius equal to CP and horizontal marking on line 3. We have actually marked this on 3. Then C4 to 4 and C5 to 5. C6 to 6, but it is not visible. C7 to 7, C8 to 8, like this. So ultimately what we got? We got, see here, see this point, which is just being introduced. This was not visible earlier, but it is the arc cut on line 2 from C2 and C3, 4. Same way, 6. We got 6 here. Line was not visible. Now we got, this is 7 and this is 8. So we'll give them name P1, 2, 3 up to P8, like this. These are the required points. Now we will join them and it will give us the required cycloid. Understood? Anyone having any question regarding this? This is what we were looking for.
सर ये आर
Yes? Who is that?
टू
बताओ ना.
सर आर्क
The voice is not clear. Please ask again.
Sir, it again.
Which thing?
Oh,
Please write down in chat box. Your voice is not coming clearly. Okay, so what you want is to revise this arc part. Okay, fine, no problem. But what we will do, we will take next example. In the same procedure is all, everything is same in all these three cases. What we will do, we will simultaneously look at another example and we will revise it again. And this will be a lot clearer when we will perform after this discussion. We will practically draw this. Okay. So now we will talk about superior trochoid. Now what is the problem statement? Draw locus of a point 5 mm away from the periphery of a circle which rolls on straight line path. Circle diameter is given. Okay, circle diameter is given and it is told that 5 mm away from the periphery of the circle. Now, if there was some question that 5 mm offset, then you are not told that whether it is inside 5 mm or outside 5 mm. But here, word away is used. So what does it mean? That it is, we are talking about the point which is 5 mm away from the circle. So that is beyond the periphery of the, beyond the radius of the circle, and that's why it is superior trochoid. So steps will be same. This is circle, straight line path. Now this is the point. In earlier case, what happened? In previous case, our P was here because it is normal cycloid. Now we are talking about superior trochoid. So P has shifted from periphery to outward direction. Fine. This is the difference between superior trochoid and just cycloid. Then this is the direction of motion, same as earlier. Now what we will do, we will give one imaginary circle to that point P, and again we will divide them equally. We will give them name, draw horizontal line from the center as well as draw horizontal lines from all the points on the circle. First of all, we will divide this horizontal center line into, we are kind of opening this section only. Then we'll draw horizontal lines. Fine. Now, pay attention here. These horizontal lines are drawn from this point P, whereas these divisions, what you can see here, C to C1, C1 to C2, C2 to C3, and likewise, which division I am talking about is these divisions, these are of the base circle. Fine. Now we will start the part of that arcing, what I have told you. So here, what radius you should take? Anyone answer me?
C2
C?
CP.
Yes, correct. CP. Now, see, our focus should be on CP. Whether P is on periphery or inside periphery or outside periphery, we don't bother with that. Our focus is CP. So radius is fixed. In this case, my radius is this C to P. This much is my radius. Clear? In earlier case, my P was here, and radius I took was this much. If case arise, what we will see in next case, that my P is here somewhere. If my P is here, then I will take this much radius. This will give me inferior trochoid, this is superior trochoid, and this is a regular cycloid. Clear? Okay. Now radius is CP, that is fine. Then we'll put our compass on this center C1. Now pay attention everyone. Very simple as that. Now we will put our compass, one point of our compass on this point. We have already set our compass with radius equal to CP. Now this point is C1. So we will cut one arc on line 1. Line 1 means horizontal line coming out from this. Horizontal line coming out from this. Like this. On this line, we will cut one arc. How we will cut? Like this current line. See, this line which is repeatedly coming and going, that much distance is CP and it is cut on line 1. Now same radius, compass will be on C2 and mark will be on second line, C2 to second. That's why this naming are very important. 1 to 1, 2 to 2, 3 to 3. It is very important. So we will mark on this, but as it is in horizontal line, you may not be able to see. Otherwise, it will be somewhere here, like this. It can come somewhere here in this region. Fine. It is not visible right now. Okay, then C3 to third line. Third line is coming from this horizontal third line. Okay, this line number 3 we have cut here. We got one point here. Then 4 to 4 means center point 4 and line on mark on line 4. Then 5 to 5, 6 to 6, but it is not visible. It is a horizontal line. 7 to 7 and 8 to 8. Okay, so what we got? How much point we got? This is the first point. Its origin means initial condition. Then first arc. Then second arc. See what I have mentioned. It is near to that only. And third point, 4, 5, 6 horizontal, which was not visible earlier. 7 and 8. We have got these 8 points. We will name them accordingly. And we got all the points and we will join. That's it. Is it clear now? The arc part? There is nothing use about it. Everything is very simple. Once we'll practice it, it will be a lot clearer. Is there any doubt now? This arc part? Is there any doubt in this arc part?
No.
Okay, thank you. So now what we will do, we will take the third case, that inferior trochoid. See, the procedure is ditto. There is nothing changed. What will change is the position of P. That's it. That we will see. Everything will remain same. Okay, so draw the locus of a point 5 mm inside the periphery. So inside the periphery, so it is inferior trochoid. So see, in exam, you may be asked in MCQ kind of questions that if this problem statement is this, then which curve it will form. Okay, you don't require to form everything, but just a single question. Then your answer should be inferior trochoid. Circle the horizontal line, straight path. then direction of motion. Now this is inside because 5 mm inside P, na? That's why we have smaller circle. Imaginary circle is smaller and we will divide that. Okay, so we'll have these equal parts. Equal parts are same as pi d equal parts. Fine, these are. And these divisions are like this. So we will extend horizontal lines from each and every point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is already there, 6 is already there, 7 is already there. Fine. What is the next step? We'll take radius as. Now, what is the next step? Anyone from you? Please answer me. It is not audible. Please make it clear.
Sir, take CP.
Correct. CP radius. Then next step, after taking CP radius, what is the next step?
Point
Sorry?
point C1
Yes. Point C1 compass. Then radius on arc on
arc cut on
line coming out
line
of
1.
point number 1.
Yes.
C1, 7. C2, 2. C3, 3. Likewise. That's why this name are in such a manner. There is no bound. You are not bound to mark this C1, C2, C3, C4, etc. only. You can mark it A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I also. But then every time you will have to see which line I should cut this, that, etc. Here what happens that from C1, 1, C2, 2, C3, 3, likewise. So it becomes a lot easier. So first is C1 to 1, then C2 to 2, but it is not visible, C3 to 3, C4 to 4, C5 to 5, C6 to 6, not visible again due to horizontal coincidence, then C7 to 7, and C8 to 8. So we got all the points like this, and we'll give them name, and we'll join. Everything clear? Everyone? Is there any doubt to anyone?
No,
No,
sir.
sir.
No.
Okay, thank you. So now what we'll do? First, now we will solve this problem. You write down this problem statement. It is whatever you have to do. Okay, you can write also. It won't take much time. 1 minute it will take. Draw locus of a point. Five mm away from the periphery of a circle.
सुसु कर लो सुसु करा
My screen is Sheet is visible or not?
Sir.
Good. Then morning. Pencil is visible.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I don't know good morning, but it was very frustrating. So do it with me. Fine. Do it simultaneously. First of all, tell me.
Circle.
What is the dimension of the circle? With the dimension. Hello, bye. Diameter is 50 mm. Radius will be 25. Huh?
2.5.
2.5. So it's like this. 2.5. I will take circle. Now, one more point before starting. See, once you them, then your that graphical representation will be. It will be in upward direction, rightward direction, leftward direction, bottom, etc. If just imagine, I draw my circle here, then if I start drawing my circle here, I know everything. I will start immediately. Okay, yes, I know. Wow, this I know. But then I will start here. What can happen?
पेज को उल्टा घुमाना पड़ेगा.
Sorry? Your curve
Page
will
के ही
go
बाहर
beyond
चला
your
गया.
page. That is not we want. That's why before starting any drawing, we'll have some estimation. That this way my things can go fine. I will go this way. Is the sorry. This is my base circle. This base circle. That I will use this page. And my scale with this page, and I will to get my horizontal like this. Understood? Then I can have make it better. The next step. So after he may have of this circle. Easier. Will define point. It is 5. P is here. Fine. So I will an imaginary circle. This I'll draw one image. Wait. Okay. What is the next? Hope my screen is clearly visible.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. See, if you are comfortable enough, you can go at your own pace also. The problem is that I have divided one, then I will give respectively. This is my center. So C was direction 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 7. Now what I will do? I will extend horizontal line from the center, and I will divide it into equal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 parts. Fine. But what should be the length of this? What should be length of this line from center? Anyone? Answer me.
15.7.
15.7. That is pi. Pi equal to pi into 50 mm. That is 152.7. How much it is? I don't have a calculator right now. $157.1. Am I correct? Am I correct? Yes or no? Answer me. And
Yes,
whether
sir.
I am okay. So how you will measure this 157.1 mm? You don't have that much marking in your scale. So precisely you should select nearest possible dimension with your squeeze tool. In our case, what it will be? How much it is?
15.5.
157 centimeter. 157. Sorry.
Sir, 15.5.
Whenever you talk, it's 50. 0.5 how?
Sir, 50.
Correct? One. Always of mm. We are drawing EG of mm. 157 mm. So 150. So I have drawn that much length. Is it visible? This much length. 150. Got it? Now you need to equal parts. How
Sir,
you will divide?
150. Hello, sir. कैसा है?
What is the diameter of our circle? Of our circle.
Diameter 6.
No 6, it is 50 mm. I am not.
अंदर वाला जोड़ने है वो.
I am. See, अंदर वाला बाहर वाला ये सब. You. This will depend on. That's the dimension is given to you. Fine.
Again, not visible.
It will be. It will be visible. First of all, you answer me. What is the diameter of our circle? That is 50 mm. 50 mm into pi. That is pi d. So it will be 157 mm. Fine. This is 1 into 8. Divide this.
Distance.
No,
Take.
this line, which we just. My screen visible?
No, sir.
No, just get with what? Now it's visible. Answer me. How we will divide these?
Taking arc of P to 1.
No. Very initial lecture you may have learned this. How to divide this in equal. How to divide any line into equal parts.
Parallel angle of line.
Correct. Correct. So you divide this into eight equal sections. Okay. You notebook. I will do in my sketch. So we are 8 equal parts. So It is advantageous
Sir.
if I take 8 centimeter length. This incline
Sir.
length 8 centimeter.
सर हम ऐसा भी कर सकते हैं ना, पी से 1 का डिस्टेंस लेके उतना ही डिस्टेंस लेके आर्क दो रख सकते हैं ना, तो 8 इक्वल पार्ट्स में हो जाएगा ना।
That you practically do that. It won't take much time.
Sir?
It will take hardly 2 minutes. You try to do that. This one chord length you will be taking, not this arc length. Are you getting me? If you are
Yes,
talking
sir.
like this, then this will be chord length, not arc. Or what you can do, you can use formula. Arc length formula we are having. R theta by n, something like that. Okay, so accordingly it will give us. But again, it will come in fraction. 157.1 divided by 8, it will again give us in some fraction. So rather, we will do with this. So what I will do, I will create the inclined line of 8 centimeter and will divide it into 8 parts, and then I will draw parallel lines. So ultimately, this horizontal line will also be divided into equal parts. Okay, you also do this much by your own quickly. Now, if you have got one part, then what you can do, you can take this much distance from compass and keep on transferring it like this. It will give you the same answer. Like this. The first parallel should be very precise. It is not precise. What is drawn, it is not precise. There is some error. That's why in such cases, drafter is boon. You can do very precisely with accuracy with drafter. Is the next step. I will give this Now what is next step?
Horizontal line from every point.
That is 2 points here, 2 points. That horizontal P circle actual point. We require a 4, so two, three, four. We got this. What is anyone answer?
Taking distance 1 to P.
Not 1 to P. C to P. Taking distance radius as CP. Now, this for first 1 or 2 arc, you please pay attention and please pay attention here. Is it visible? The compass is visible.
Yes.
Okay. So I will
Yes.
take radius as CP like this. I'll put my compass on C1 and I will mark one arc on line number 1. I got my mark. Is it visible? Then from C line number 2, line number 3, E4 on line number 4, horizontal. C5, E6 to line, C7 to line number 7, C8 to line. P2, P5, P6, 7, 8.
Got all these points? These, is it visible? Visible? Are they visible or not?
Sir, ये sir, ये the point that I got. Yes, sir.
Okay. Now we will with free hand. So your answer should look something like this. Is it visible?
Yes.
So every other preparatory line should be very light. It should not be dark. Only your final problem solution should be dark. Other preparatory lines, you even if you don't rub it and it remains as it is, it should not make any problem in the final solution. It should be as light. Understood? So I will show now what how actually that thing is traveling. What this arc we are taking now, how it is actually traveling. That I will show you. I'll show you different position. Actual travel of that point P. Are you able to see how this is moving? It was like, you should not do this. I am just doing this to explain you. This need not to be darkened. Problem solution was over when I asked you, this is the solution. Now this is I am doing to explain you only. So see how it is going. Are you able to understand? First it was like this. Then it moved like this. It is traveling on horizontal direction as well as it is traveling into vertical direction. Are you getting me? Understood or not? Good. Now there are two things. What are they? I will tell you. Having three things, okay? Three things. That is cycloid, cycloid, and so right now with
superior.
very good superior. Same diagram here only. For simple cycloid, your point P will be here. Like this. You name it. Sorry, P dash, dash. So it will be here. What? Then you for inferior cycloid, you take 5 mm inside the periphery and give name as double dash. You use notation double dash for everything. It will be. Got it?
So only
Sorry.
so only that arc will only change, no?
Arc. How? Why arc will change? Because this ending from this point. Nah, right now will become same. Extra. And for inferior, we will draw horizontal line. And then get changed. So ultimately able to see all three different in your graph. In how things are.
Congested. Very congested.
Yes.
Sir,
Then I don't mind you. I don't mind. You draw once is done here and third.
okay, sir.
If it is like that, then you draw. See, this is just a beginning. You will have lot of different drawings which will be congested. Not three problems separately. One problem will be having so much lines, etc. So you just, and that's why this nomenclature or giving the name is, you give name accordingly. So you want, so I would advise to in identifying your answer, how much you are accurate in giving points. Understood, everyone?
Yes.
What do you need? You need to superimpose two more and do it differently. You may use dotted line and some, say for example, you give lines. You can choose arbitrary. For an inferior, you may choose like this. So that able to see together, that you will be able to understand. Any doubt in this section? Anyone? Don't ask me later.
No doubt, sir.
Amal,
No, sir.
yes, sir. Is there any doubt?
No, sir. No, sir.
Very good. Now you show me what one by one. Ratik, you show me first of all.
Sir. Sir. Sir.
Name.
Sir.
हाँ बोलो.
I had added late not have a book.
This is very
Sir.
but sorry about that.
सब मेरे को कल ही ऐड किया.
So what?
So I had not have a sketchbook.
You
I
could
have
have
drawn roughly.
Rather show me that. At that point of time, you this thing na. First of all, you show me what you have done. Please, sketchbook दिखाओ sketchbook. अरे जो भी है वो दिखाओ.
सर रफली किया है.
हाँ वो बाद में है. पहले मेरे को पेज और मोबाइल दोनों हाथ से स्टेडी पकड़ो तो दिखेगा. काऊ किधर है? काऊ
सर इस बनाना.
काऊ कैसे रह गया? और ये समझ में आ गया ना पूरा कैसे करना?
हाँ सर.
तो अभी नेक्स्ट नील बताओ. नील
सर आपकी स्क्रीन चली गई सर. हेलो
नील
फोटो मोकलने था.
what are you doing? Why are you taking this much time? चलो तनुज.
पीछे का कैमरा.
तनुज
Yes, sir.
your drawing.
Sir, I don't make. I can't able to make because वो जल्दी से नहीं हो पाता सर, इसलिए अभी
घंटा लिया पूरा करने में. क्या में कैसे करोगे कि एग्जाम में 50 करोगे? एक्सक्यूज ऐसे दोगे यार में. यस show me. sketchbook. तुम very nice. Who is the blue t-shirt? Ganesh?
Yes, sir.
Who is I'm not name doing right now. ऊपर भी सर्कल किया हुआ है. Okay, Ganesh, you can switch, please. Ganesh, you are done. Camera. अभी
सर देख लो.
कौन आया वापिस? ये नीचे का तुम्हारा तुम्हारा नाम क्या है? ये वो गणेश की टी शर्ट तो हाँ बोल रहा है.
नो
ब्लू टी शर्ट में
सर, मुझे लगा आईडी देख रहे हो ना, उसके की आईडी है ना, इसके लिए.
रहा है कोई. ध्रुव अच्छा है. वेरी नाइस. यू ना okay. Otherwise, it is very nice, Ganesh, but you have too much dark. It is very this temporary line should understood.
ओके सर.
Brijesh, take your on top. Take it near. I think there is some error in 0.7 or 8 something. There should be 1 point. Please correct it. Check and correct. Our C4 line is should be same as C4 is very short. C6 is you have arced on wrong lines. Is what line you have are not the part of solution. वो तो just sec है. Horizontal क्या है ना 1 उसमें से मार्क करना है. आर्क पूरा गलत है.
हाँ ओके ओके सर.
समझ में आया ब्रजेश? चलो अभी कौन कमल show me. Right hand. Camera. गलत बना के बैठे हो तुम. Everyone, you all people are doing one single mistake. Wait a second.
Is my screen visible?
Yes, sir.
Now see, where we are asking you pay attention to that. Now horizontal lines are marked from peripheral points, this P point circle, imaginary circle. Fine. Now you need to mark on that one. While most of the people are marking on the inclined line which we have used to measure this, to divide this equally. You are not supposed to mark on that. It is not part of solution at all. That we have just used to make it equal segment. That's it. Are you getting or not your mistake? See where my arcs are there. See, after seeing, at least follow this, na? Why are you making such mistakes? Did you get, Amal? What is your mistake?
Yes, sir.
Then correct it. Everyone any doubt in this cycloid part? Anyone? Ask me right now. Is there any doubt to anyone?
सर मेरा ध्रुव सोनार.
अरे भाई हाँ, तुम तो कितना ध्रुव ध्रुव करोगे, एक समझ में आ गया मेरे को डियर. 5-6 बार तो लिख दिया चैट बॉक्स में. किसी को कुछ डाउट, कुछ पूछना है? Yes, any question to anyone?
Hello.
Yes,
Sir,
बोलो.
सर ये C1 C2 C3 C8 तक है वो डिवाइड
क्या?
ये C1 C2 कि आपने वो थोड़ा एक बार वापस.
C1 C2 C3 इधर देखो, अभी आराम ध्यान दो. ध्यान नहीं होता है, इसके लिए सब प्रॉब्लम है. ओके, देखो पहले क्या किया. इमेजिनरी सर्कल को डिवाइड किया इक्वल हिस्सों में. और इधर दो चीज है अलग अलग, एक है बेस सर्कल, एक है इमेजिनरी सर्कल. और कभी कभी कुछ समझ में नहीं आता, लिख लेना चाहिए. यू डोंट जस्ट सीट आइडल. हॉरिजॉन्टल सेंटर हॉरिजॉन्टल लाइन हमने एक्सटेंड की, दैट इज इक्वल टू पाई डी. इट इज रिटन हियर. व्हाट इज दिस डी? दैट इज द सर्कल डायमीटर 50 mm. बेस सर्कल. बेस सर्कल भी हमने 8 इक्वल हिस्सों में डिवाइड किया हुआ है, तो वो इक्वल सेगमेंट है. ये पूरा लाइन वो है. समझ में आया? किसने अभी क्वेश्चन पूछा था, समझ में आया?
सर
यस और नो?
सर
सुनाई नहीं दे रहा है, यस और नो?
Yes.
ओके, फिर लाइन जो एक्सटेंड करनी है हॉरिजॉन्टल, वो सर्कल पे से, वो इमेजिनरी सर्कल की करनी है, और कट भी करना है इमेजिनरी सर्कल की हॉरिजॉन्टल लाइंस को, ऐसे। गॉट इट? किसी को कुछ डाउट है स्टिल? प्लीज आस्क मी राइट नाउ। Is there any doubt to anyone? Answer me yes or no. Is there any doubt to anyone?
No doubt, sir.
Okay. Okay, so I will close this session.